If you have an Italian grandparent, great-grandparent, or ancestor, you may be entitled to an Italian passport. But the rules changed dramatically in May 2025. In this video, I will explain exactly what applies today, who still qualifies, and what you need to do if you fall into one of these categories. Italian citizenship by descent, known in Latin as juris sanguinis, meaning right of blood, is based on a simple principle. If your father or mother was an Italian citizen, you were born an Italian citizen. That fundamental principle has not changed. What changed is how many generations back you can go to claim that right. Italian citizenship gives you full rights as a citizen of the European Union, the right to live, work, and study in any of the 27 EU member states. It also gives access to one of the most powerful passports in the world, with visa-free access to more than 190 countries. And most importantly, you do not need to give up your US or Canadian citizenship. For 160 years, the Italian system was extraordinarily generous. There was no generational limit whatsoever. If you could prove an unbroken family line of Italian citizenship, even tracing back to a great-great-grandparent, you were entitled to Italian citizenship. Millions of Italians left Italy between 1870 and 1970 for the United States, Canada, Australia, Argentina, and other countries. Their descendants, third, fourth, and even fifth generation, could claim Italian citizenship. The Italian Ministry of Foreign Affairs estimated that 60 to 80 million people worldwide were potentially eligible, a number larger than the entire population of Italy itself. American consulates had waiting times of 5 years and more. The reform became inevitable. On May 24, 2025, Law 74/2025 entered into force, the most significant change in Italian citizenship law in 30 years. The new law introduced a 2-generation limit for new applications. This means that to claim Italian citizenship by descent with a new application filed after March 27, 2025, your parent or your grandparent must have held exclusively Italian citizenship, meaning they held no other citizenship at the time of your birth or your parents' birth respectively. In March 2026, the Italian Constitutional Court confirmed that Law 74/2025 is constitutionally valid. The law remains in force. But this law did not close all doors, and this is the critical point that most people are not aware of. First category, full protection. If you had already submitted a complete application or had a confirmed consulate appointment before March 27, 2025, your case is assessed exclusively under the previous rules, with no generational limit whatsoever. Second category, new rules. If your parent or grandparent held exclusively Italian citizenship, meaning they held no other citizenship, you continue to qualify for recognition of Italian citizenship. Third category, judicial route. If your genealogical line passes through an Italian woman whose child was born before January 1, 1948, there is a special judicial pathway that remains available. Fourth category, bypass of the consulate queue. If you qualify, but the consulate has no appointments available for years, you can file a petition directly before an Italian court and bypass the wait entirely. Let us talk about the practical side. The cost of filing an Italian citizenship by descent recognition application is €600 per adult applicant, an increase from the €300 that applied until the end of 2024. This fee is paid at the consulate on the day of your appointment. The process involves 3 stages. First, genealogical research and retrieval of documents from Italian archives. Second, certified translations and apostilles. Third, submission of the application to the competent Italian consulate or municipality. And something that many people do not yet know, from January 1, 2029, all applications will be transferred to a centralized office in Rome with annual quotas. Annual application caps per consulate are already in effect today. The window between 2025 and 2028 to file through the consulate is critical, and it is closing. After Law 74/2025, choosing the wrong pathway does not simply mean delay. It can mean the permanent loss of an opportunity that does not come around again. Every case is different. Whether you qualify, which pathway applies to your specific situation, and exactly what you need cannot be answered with general information. It requires an analysis of your specific family history. If you believe you may be entitled to Italian citizenship, Or if you are simply not sure, the first step is a free assessment of your case. You do not need documents. You do not need certainty. You only need to know that you have an Italian ancestor. Click the link in the description, complete the case assessment form, or contact our law firm by email or phone. Email info@italiandualcitizenshiplaw.com. Call 332-2775-023. Our law firm can review your situation and get back to you within 24 hours.